Before you stand the armies of the Hiveless heroes, brave men, woman, bugmen, skeletons, and Shek to a man, woman, skeleton, and Shek and bugman also. Yes, this is our mighty army, the people who will retake this world from those who would seek to see it burn, and who will burn it themselves, but in a better way, because no slavery, yeah? Definitely excellent, yes. This is the army of the Hiveless heroes, and we are going to be marching south today into Holy Nation territory and causing havoc, pain, death, and despair wherever we land. It is time to reclaim the world around us that for so long has been denied to us and our people. Now, for those of you interested, I have organized our armies into three distinct groups. We have the heroes, all of who need to be renamed at present. We have our baseline heroes. These are our hivers and skeletons, and I've just done it by racial groups. So we've got all of our skellies and all of our hivers as one group. They are backed by Foxy and Companion, as tradition dictates. Then we have the Outpost group, which will soon be changed. This is all of our Shek and Human. As you can see, they are the smallest of the bunch, weighing in at only 24 members out of 35 compared to the heroes. They have Cuddles here, the crab, as their member, and he has a lot of food on him. We will be getting some medical supplies for each group as well shortly. But yes, that is this group. They look pretty great. I'm happy with them. They're all quite uniform. They've all got the samurai helmets. They've all got decent armor at the very least. Not all of it's excellent. For example, Milk here could definitely use an upgrade to her breastplate. In fact, actually, let's just quickly do that. Milk, get rid of that, and take a black plate jacket. There we go. That's a bit better, yeah? Then, coming over this way, we have the Fog Hunters, who will remain the same. They are, our Fogmen. We have quite a few of them. Punchy McKickerson, of course, occupying the traditional right-hand flank as the leader of his group. Very cool. He's upgraded his turban for a armored hood of masterwork quality, and Bloodlicker here in full Southern Hiver plate. Looking very nice, I must say. Yeah, no, he is very safe and sound in there. And that's it. And then, of course, we've got our spiders over here. I haven't quite decided how I plan to deploy them yet. We won't be keeping them in the base. They might just go stay in World's End for a little while. But we do have... I think there's a cannibal raid just outside our base here. Is that where that is? I don't know. Oh, there's just a cannibal just standing in there. Yeah, that's what that is. So yeah, guys, that is our army. Let's quickly go ahead and grab our medical supplies. I forgot to do that off camera, so we can just do it now. Is it in this area? No, it is in this area. Yeah, everybody is equipped, armed, and armored as best as I could get it, given the time constraints. But yes, this series has become a little bit long-running now, so it's time to move things along. And in doing so, we're going to, just kind of push through some of the slower stuff, and just kind of get the good stuff done. Okay, Cuddles, Companion, you're about to take on a whole bunch of standard first aid kits. There we go. Let's give some to Foxy too. He has a whole bunch on him already, but you know what? Can't hurt to have a few more. Okay, and then we're going to want to make sure that the Fog Hunters, each of these animals also has some, so Polly can come on over here. Polly has been a real pain in my ass recently. She keeps trying to eat bodies, and I've made lining up that shot damn difficult, if I don't say so. If you don't mind me saying, it was a real hassle. And we can also go ahead and take Pete to run into here, because we have some limbs. They're shitty ones, but they're limbs. And we're going to get Cuddles to carry those for us. Oh no, never mind, maybe not. Who's got space? Polly's got plenty. There we go, yeah, let's just get Polly to... Polly, could you come here? Let's just get Polly to carry these crashy arms, just so that we have them. Yeah, that's that, guys. Okay, time to move out the army. So let's go ahead and open our doors. I'm going to get the Roombas to clear a path, initially. Let's get these guys in here. Just like that. Come on, Reclaimer, put that one down. There we go, that's what I like to see. Okay, lovely. We're gonna get you guys to come on through here. Hell, why are you repairing stuff? Oh, you're still set to engineer? That's okay. Can-Do is being brutalized here by a single scrawny cannibal. You should be able to take him down with no problems. What's going on here, Can-Do? What was that all about, huh? Pathetic. Okay, Roombas, you're going to get marched north. That's your new job in life. You are going to, not north, rather, you're going to World's End. Cheers. Then we're going to get the Fog Hunters to come out of the base. We're going to get the Outpost Boys and the Heroes. Now, Outpost needs a new name. So we've got the, obviously we have the Heroes here, the Hiveless Heroes. We have the Fog Hunters. What should we call our Shek and Human Brethren? Huh. I mean, Fleshies works, but that's not exactly intimidating, is it? What about the Hiveless? I mean, they're truly the Hiveless, you know? Yeah, they are. In fact, and then thematically, it makes sense to kind of do one of these, the Hiveless, the Heroes. They're kind of the B team, but they can go first. Heroes are definitely A team, that's for sure. Alright, so everybody needs to be set to running like this. There we go. Fog Hunters, same for you. Roombas, same for you. You all need to move at the same pace. Polly, let's get you out of the space. Come on. Oh god, Polly, if you get stuck on something else, I'm going to flip my schnit. I don't mind telling you. Alright, let's get everybody out of there. Oh god, she's stuck on something else. This is terrible. And we have some cannibals attacking us. It's time to come off hold with the lot of us and go and rain some hell down upon these dudes. Where are you going? Sitting around? No you're not. Let's go ahead and just close that door. Right up there. Very nice. Okay, no more sitting around for you. You can deal with these cannibals. First step in our journey is already faltering. Ugh, of course it is. This is why I'm abandoning the base, by the way. If you're uncertain, I go into some more detail in the previous episode, but this is the primary reason, is I don't want to deal with cannibals, raids, and, you know, the like anymore. It is infuriating. Truly infuriating. And unending as well. And all the other verbs I can think of. It's just a real pain in my damn ass, and I don't want to deal with it any longer. Okay, yeah, we're going to close off the base. That is gone for good now. And what have we got here? Triangle bandits? Haha, not for long. Let's run our men into them. Attack them all, please. Yeah, we are definitely a force to be reckoned with. So everybody here has been trained up. In fact, the Fog Hunters are actually the weakest of our group, as they actually haven't received any extra training. They kind of just got the baseline. Cola, what happened to you? Your right leg got trashed. You don't have a med kit? Of course you don't. Alright, but it's time to go ahead and set things up again. So Polly, you're going to continue to follow... you can bodyguard Darwin, and Daisy, you're going to bodyguard Keanu Reeves, of course. Our heroes group here, those guys don't need to be set up. Cuddles can bodyguard Kang. Very nice. Okay. Triangle bandits went down without a problem. Nameless Crumb just coming in here, finishing these dudes off. Nameless Crumb actually did get a little bit of extra training, now that I think about it, from the Slave King. Who I did consider handing in the bounty for, but you know what, in hindsight, in retrospect, it doesn't really matter. We're just going to go ahead where we are now. Could you please get splint kit? Yes, in fact, everybody is going to get splint injuries as a task. Same for all of you. Splint injuries. Splint injuries. I'm just shift right clicking to do that. Okay, so now we need to decide who is the slowest amongst all of us.
Alright, so the original audio recording cut out at this point for reasons that can only be guessed at, which means that we need to do something a little different today and try out a little post-commentary. So, after organizing ourselves outside the base, I sent everyone other than the Fog Hunters and the Roombas off to a point just south of Okran's Fist. The Foggies and the Roombas then marched up into World's End with the intention of dropping off the Roombas for good. However, after having a good long think about it, I figured that rather than have them wasted up there and having the entire city loaded up for no good reason, they were to be sent off down towards Okran's Fist to kind of act like a suicide squad of battering ram proportions, as they are meant to be expendable after all. While this was happening, Griffith hit up the local bars and hired pretty much everyone with the sword and 2 arms to wield them, and the Fog Hunters set off again to meet up with the rest of the crew, with our new Tech Hunter and Leviathan Slayer contractors in tow. The march there was over quickly, and just as they arrived, we spotted a massive group of Holy Nation soldiers leaving the fortress. Really good thing we didn't have to fight these guys in there, as we might actually be able to avoid them completely. As such, it was time to strike. The Roombas made a mad dash to soften up the front gate's defenses, but the turrets and Inquisitors proved to be far too much for the spiders and they were quickly overwhelmed. However, they were still able to take a few incels with them, and that was a huge help later on. The front of the fortress was simply just too well defended, so we needed a different strategy. I decided to scout around to the northeast, and we soon came across a watchtower guarding the significantly less defended western entrance to the fortress. We stormed the tower and quickly overcame its measly garrison. Really, it was no trouble at all, and in all honesty, I'm not too sure what purpose it served. After looting the tower, it was time to push towards the fortress. However, our timing was way off as usual, and just as we were climbing the slope towards the gates, a massive Holy Nation patrol came marching down towards us. Thinking quickly, I sent our best fighters to engage them first, and, as if by sheer chance, a group of Narco's disciples, who are friendly towards us, wandered up the hill at that exact moment. They didn't get too involved in the combat, they did fight a few stragglers, but for the most part, they healed all our men as the fight was going so no one died. The battle was short but bloody, and many of our crew received minor injuries, with a few of them being flat-on knocked out. I took a few minutes to loot up the bodies and collect ourselves into an organized group again, and then it was time to assault the gates. We taunted the guards down from their posts and eliminated them easily. Wasting no time, we surged through the gates and down the long slope towards the sleeping fortress. Each group was assigned an initial target. The heroes were sent in first and cleared out the few guards on street patrol before clearing out the hospital too. The fog hunters were then sent into the tower at the rear of the fortress, which had been repurposed for use as a barracks. We encountered some stiff resistance in the cramped interior, but were able to take out all the inhabitants with no casualties, as most of them were asleep as soon as we came in, and we were easily able to overwhelm them. All the while, the Hiveless were brought in to support both attacks separately, and mostly to heal people. Following this trend, we took the eastern flank of the city with almost no real resistance to speak of, and the walls fell before the gunners could even turn their weapons to face us. We were now also in a good position to rescue the surviving spiders, and the skeletons in our crew made quick work of the repairs. Ironfoot, Octoboy III, Reclaimer, and Trevor, unfortunately, did not survive long enough to be rescued. Building by building, we captured the rest of the city, until only the headquarters of the settlement remained. It was here that we met the best the Holy Nation could throw at us. Most of our men were no match for the High Paladins and Inquisitors they were being told to fight, and over a dozen of them were knocked out in the ensuing melee. However, through sheer force of numbers, we overcame the best of their best, and Kevin was able to take his rightful place on the throne. After about an hour or so of real-time cleanup, looting, and murdering, Okran's fist was officially defeated. However, in the confusion, Black Flame was killed in a single strike by an Inquisitor that then had his head promptly caved in by Punchy. All told, the operation was a resounding success. We only lost one man and a few expendable spiders. It couldn't have gone better, if you ask me. The city fell in under a day thanks to the skill of our guys, and honestly, I don't think I could have done a better job if you asked me to. Anyway, guys, that has been the end of this episode. I know it's kind of a bizarre change from what we normally do here. I kind of enjoy doing the sort of typing up the voiceover there and reading it out to you. If you enjoyed this format, let me know, and maybe we can do it more in the future, as it's kind of a bit more fast-paced than, watching it play out. But at the same time, we do have to cut out a large amount of the story, because, this video was an hour and 50 minutes long, 2 hours worth of content that I would have to have cut down anyway. And, turning that into 7 minutes is quite the challenge. But, being able to voice over all 30 minutes of the remaining amount is a bit excessive. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video and its new take on things, then hit that like button. If you didn't, if you prefer it stays the same, go ahead and drop a comment down below and let me know as much. Or hit the dislike button. Hell, I mean, I got thick skin. I'm not already crying. But if you want to make me feel better, you can go ahead down into the description and sign up to the Discord server. I'm never going to stop plugging it. And, if that's not your speed and you're more just a YouTube dude, then hell, hit the subscribe button. And, if you're watching episode 47 of this series and you aren't subscribed yet, who are you kidding at this point? What's the point of the facade anymore? Anyway, guys, I really do hope you enjoyed watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.